Well, hello. Okay, here it is, 8 o'clock. I just finished figuring out what we're doing this week. And I appreciate all of you who turned in DBQs since I sent up that last video. Thank you. You should have feedback from me. If you haven't gotten that in, please get it in. So I've created this outline, shortened DBQ outline, as you can see on my computer. And I've kind of laid out what you should be doing in each paragraph and how to set it up with helpful hints so that you can get all the points when you write your DBQ. I'm hoping it will be helpful. To help you guys utilize it, what I'd like you to do for it is in Google Classroom, there's an assignment where this is included, and at the bottom, I want to get your feedback. I want you to pretend like this is an assignment I've turned in and you're grading it and you're saying this doesn't make sense, this isn't helpful, or I need an example here. And then I can better help you. Then I can pull in. If you need an example of contextualization, I can write an example and show you this is what it should look like. Or if you're like, I don't understand what the phrase diverse or alternative views and evidence even means, I can explain that better or further. So your first assignment for this week is to read through this and give me feedback. And I don't want it to be a good job. Let me know if it's helpful. Let me know how it's not helpful, how it could be more helpful, and on and on. I've also made this, I'm very proud of it, contextualization chart. For each period, it goes through the main learning standards for our class and puts them all in the correct order, in the correct place, so you get a short, relatively short, summary of what happened in every single period we learned about. Now, some are going to be longer than others because they were longer periods, but it goes through those main ideas and then has bullet points underneath them to go a little bit more in depth. So you can print this off, or I can print it for you. And you can use this during the main test. So when you're writing it, you're like, okay, what happened? Okay, quick. Okay, great. And then off you go. You have good background for what happened during the time period or before, and can kind of see how that works together. To practice with this, you're going to look through this, and you're going to practice writing contextualizations on this practicing sheet. So what I've done is I found eight actual questions that were on past DBQs, and I've lifted them here and given you a space so that you can choose 4 of them, 4 of the 8, just to practice, and write a contextualization for each one. Pretend like you're going to write the full essay. How would you start it? How would you contextualize it? Use the chart, look at the question, see what time period it's talking about, and practice. Each one should only be about 4 to 6 sentences long. You don't want it to be too long because when you're writing the DBQ and it's timed, it'll take up too much time, right? If you like go too in depth, but hopefully this will help you see how the chart can be helpful as well as review what we've learned. So that's what we're doing this week. I'm hoping also those of you who haven't got your DBQs in will get those in, we'll get my feedback. If you've gotten them back, keep revising. I've already had a couple revisions come in and they're planning to do a second revision just to, get a few points they still missed, or some of them were still having trouble with contextualization. So I'm hoping we'll really round up this week and get you guys set for this test, that you feel ready to go and have all the resources you need. Let me know if there's something else that you would like, some quick handy flip through that you're like, oh, if I had that on hand, that would be helpful. So let me know if you have questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good night.